Today is our 2024 Northeast Tech Bridge Blue Tech Demo Day. We have about 30 companies that have joined us today. Some are taking technology out on water, some are demonstrating on land.
Events like this are really exciting because it gives us engineers who mostly sit at our desks creating view graphs of the things that we'd like to do. We get to come down here and watch operations of vehicles and technology that have actually been built and are ready to be tested.
It's always difficult to know what's sort of emerging out in the private sector, right? So we don't really get to interact with companies that we don't normally have defense contracts with, and so this lets us expose the needs we have, the missions we're trying to solve to companies that might not normally be in this space, or might have commercial applications that aren't intended for military application, but could be if we just made those connections.
Also really beneficial to see and connect our analysis side of things and the actual technology that's out in the field right now, and also just new emerging technology that we're interested in that could help our missions going forward.
So there's only so much testing you can do at a lab bench and on a computer screen. It's here when you bring stuff in the water here at Narragansett Bay, we can really get the best capability and get those testing, get that data back to the contractors, get it back to our lab spaces so that we can provide and update capabilities and change it.
We've placed some targets out in the water, and their missions are to either acoustically or optically identify where these targets are, characterize these targets, and send that information back to the surface and then to shore. So the mission theme or the mission title was cross-domain mission management. So exactly that, taking data from the seabed to the water column, to the surface, to the air, and eventually to shore.
I'm huge in the unmanned systems. I was really interested to see the fleet of unmanned surface vehicles that we had operating together. They had 5 units operating at one time. So being able to see them command and control that many units in such a tight space is eye-opening in regards to where the state of the capability is.
This is nice because you're actually hands-on with the in-water demonstrations at the same time talking to engineer and really asking the deeper level question about how does your equipment work and what can we do together, and that really only happens when you're face-to-face, I think.
For NUWC, I think this has been very productive. We had quite a few of our engineers and scientists either out on the water observing some of the tests, the evaluations, and we had quite a few of our engineers here at Newport and up at the Narragansett Bay Test Facility up at our campus. So from that perspective, our engineers were able to see firsthand technology that they may have a hard time getting a hold of. They were actually able to talk to the chief engineers of various companies, talk to the engineers and scientists working on these devices, and nothing replaces a face-to-face discussion over a device or a piece of equipment. Nothing clarifies capabilities and what's in the development pipeline. So these face-to-face interactions, I think, are very, very valuable for our workforce.